welcome back to another video. My name is Simply Rhoda and this is my YouTube channel. Honey, if you just click and find yourself on this on my channel and you click to watch this video for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you're returning somebody, thank you for always coming back. So as you know, this video is carrying a lot of good news, and this is the video that I know a lot of you have been waiting for, because this video is going to give you the cost of plastering a house. By the way, my house floor plan is sitting on a 282 square meters, and what I'm gonna be talking about is for plastering this house. So for most of people who pass by or who work at my house or my project, they always tell me that, madam, your house is so big. Yes, I do understand that. So hence you find that some of the materials that I'm gonna be talking about may be more or less, but I don't know because I don't do the job. So what I just do is I listen to the people that are doing the craftsmen, the people that are working on the project. So what they tell me is what I get. So in the past video I spoke about, like, I had a lot of unanswered questions and a lot of speculation on the materials. So as you all know that when we are doing this part, mostly the builders work with they do their calculations using estimates. They may not give you the 100% correct. It's never like that. It's either the material will be more or the materials will be less. Hence, in the process, you have to add some more. But as you know that I've been going through a lot of stuff recently that requires me to pump out a lot of money at the same time. So you find that some of the things were triggers. Like when I'm told, oh, we need more extra bags, we need more cement, or what is finished, it was something that would trigger me because money was leaving my pocket, y'all. So hence in my last video when I spoke about, I was a bit unhappy, as well as I had a lot of questions. And you know, the mind can run, you can have a whole lot of stuff, and because money is living, guys, it's not easy when money needs to be used. You need money is required here, money is required there, so you can never be prepared, like fully prepared for such events to happen. So when you are called or you are told that something is needed, you need to pump out money on something, you need to add up something, it can be a trigger. So I'm not sparing myself on that. Yes, I found myself in those circumstances too, that I'll end up angry, or I was really vexed about all this. So I would feel like, okay, you guys, are you stealing the cement? What are you doing? Stuff like that. All those things will come in the mind because money was just leaving. I don't want to lie, guys. Like I mentioned in my last video, I'm broke. I'm really broke. But the good news is the things that made me broke are also the things that bring joy to in my life, because I can see that is the stage that I've passed, and at the moment I'm now looking forward to another thing. So this project, these two things that have been taking a lot of money from my pocket, these things are completed. Yeah, they're really completed. The plastering has been done, and yeah, it's all good now. I'm more happy, though I'm broke. Yes, yeah, don't forget, after you watch, don't forget that I am broke at the moment. I don't have money. My money is all used up. Anyway, guys, let's don't stretch that much. Let's just jump to the part that you're all waiting for. I know you don't want me to keep on explaining a lot of things. You want me to jump to the part that is the cost and the materials that I've used for these stages. In fact, I had to put everything down so that I will not miss anything. We're gonna talk about the materials first that were required to plaster a 282 square meter house. Yes, now let's start on the material that were requested for this. The good thing is the materials that are used for this stage are not that much. So let's start with the first one, the cement. I was quoted cement 65 bags. At the beginning, I was quoted 65 bags, whereas outside they were expecting to use about 30 bags, and inside slightly more than that. So 65 was the initial number of bags that were requested in the quotation. But as the work goes on, I had to add some more bags, which was about, I think I added about between 10 to 15 bags between that, but I think it was about 10 bags that I added. So in total, I can say plastering their house, they use about 75 bags to plaster the house in and out of the house. Then another thing that was requested was impemo. For me, I didn't actually understand what is impemo, but for those, after I asked them what was that, it's kind of an agent that is used when they are plastering the outer part of the house to protect the house from the molds or something like that. I don't know if there are people who understand a lot about that. You can also mention. So I did buy 10 kgs of impemo. And another thing that was requested was the air vents. The air vents, yes, you know, every house must have that. So I bought the air vents. What were needed for this part were the cement, about 75 bags of cement, the impemo, 10 kg of the impemo, the air vents, and the transport to transport these things from where they were bought to the location, I mean to my house. And we also needed a 20 cubic. At the beginning, they requested a 20 cubic pit sand, and about 8,000 liters of water. Yeah, but we had to add the about 10 cubic, which I know that they were the remains ones because they ran short of pit sand, so we added 10 cubic on top of the 20 cubic that we bought at the beginning. So in total it ended up as 30 cubic for the whole house, in and outside of the house. But I also believe there are some pit sand left at their house, but it's still good because we still have other things that we require the pit sand as well, so it can work on those other things. Yes, now let's look at the cost of these things. I'm just gonna put that in the next slide so you can pause if you want to actually check or trace the cost of these things. Yes, and then we go on to the next. So about 1,000. So for water and cement, so I'm just gonna put all the additions, the totals of everything at the end, so you can pause and actually look or follow up the course, because I'm attaching that for your reference, so you can know, you can have an idea if you are planning to buy these materials as well, so you can have an idea, because these are the current prices that we used in less than maybe a month or so. So I'm sure even though the prices skyrockets or increase every time, I don't think there will be much difference on that. Yes, so the labor, I was charged about 800 for plastering the house, and also an extra of about 140 for the reviews of the house. Yeah, so for me, I didn't actually understand what is the reviews. I got to know about that later, that these are when they are now doing the perfecting the edges, perfecting the windows, the windowsill part and stuff like that, to make the corners look well and polished. And also when they are doing those reviews, that's when they put the air vents and they do the window part, because when they put the windows or the doors, there are spaces that are left to open, that when they are now doing the reviews, they had to like do the brickwork and plastering those edges and, you know, perfecting them without leaving any dents and stuff. So yes, that were the reviews. I had to pay for that as well. Total cost of labor fees and the plastering fees for the house. Then while we are still there, as you all know, that I also went ahead and do the screed, because I was like, okay, these things are more like the same, so while they are here, those guys who did the plastering, they can also do the screed for the house. So now what I'm going to give you is the material for the screed. It actually didn't require a lot of things for the screed, thankfully. So the screed, what was needed mostly was the cement. I think the screed entered about 45 bags of cement, and then river sand, about 15 cubic of river sand and water. So for water, I can say is plus or minus 6,000 liters. The screed, they told me it doesn't necessarily need a lot of water. I think it was more like 4,000 liters was enough for them for the screed for the whole house. By the way, my house is sitting, my plan is sitting on a 282 square meters. So for the whole house, they just told me that the water, they are not going to need a lot of water for that part, but the water that they are using now, that is a bit more, is the one they use for curing. I think that's curing. I think curing or curing. I'm not sure. That after the screed, they have to be pouring water for several days to make the screed stronger, I think, and avoid it from having some cracks and stuff. So yeah, that is the extra for that. So in total, I can just say maybe about 8,000 liters for that part, which is okay, because y'all know last time I spoke about doing the drilling, because what I wanted to do was to avoid the water costs and stuff. But to mine, I had a misunderstanding on how much it was costing for 1,000 liters, right, for 1,000 liters. But upon realizing that in fact it was cheaper, it was just my misunderstanding. It's costing about $8 per 1,000 liters. So I just decided to go on with buying the water for these stages, and which I think I didn't come out of my pocket really. So all in all, I think I bought about 18,000 liters of water for this whole project of plastering and screed, which is understandable. You can just see, it's understandable. It's less than $80 for that part, which is okay with me. So now coming back to the parts, like I said, you can pause. There is a part you can see after this. You can see the total cost for your reference. I'm gonna put a slide on that you can refer to, so you can pause and then we continue. So I think you have seen the cost, how much I've used for this process of the screed and the plastering, and the house is really looking good, and everybody who is going to see the house is actually giving me very good reviews, as well as it's good news. It's really good news. You know, at first you can say, like, if I get the reviews or the opinions of the builders, like how much it looks, of course they're gonna definitely say yes, we did a good job and stuff. So yeah, I asked my dad to come. Yeah, my dad is around these days. I asked him to come. He's the man who did my first house, so I decided to let him come again to now do the survey and now check the work that have been done, and see whether there are any mistakes or anything that needs to be reviewed again. And he gave me a thumbs up and say everything is okay, and he's quite happy with the job that was done, although he wasn't there to monitor it and manage it this time. But he's quite happy with the job that has been done, and he actually praised the guys. Although, you know, in the past I came and complained that at the beginning of plastering, I asked the guy how many days they needed to complete this job, and he told me that they needed 6 days, but the 6 days escalated to be almost 2-3 weeks, and the house hasn't been finished, which is something that actually made me agitated, because I was thinking, like, you told me 6 days, why is the 6 days stretching to 2 weeks, you know, something like that. But then he also later explained to me about the challenges they were getting on the house. There were things or parts that were not even, and they were trying to even every part of it. So he told me, madam, I need to do a very good job for you. I don't want you to come, or when the house is being checked, they see that the wall is bending on something, which is something they can cover up by plastering. You know, any bend that is on the house can be covered up by plastering. Hence, at the end, we had to use a lot of cement than the one they'd asked for to cover up those parts that were bent or that were uneven, so that the plastering will come up nice. Anyway, you know, when you're having pressure from both angles, you may feel like maybe the people are not serious or something. And also worse, that this project is being run in my absence. absence and I only rely on phone and videos and video calling and videos they send to me. So sometimes I also accepted that sometimes I may not actually understand what is going on the ground. I just had to believe them. And by the way, the guy whom I contracted is someone I really trust. So for anything that happens, like I said, it was not only the stress that was coming from the house, I also had the stress coming from the container, which is another video I'm planning to share with you guys. Since you all know that the container has arrived in Zimbabwe, we have already got our consignment, and some of the things that were in the container are already on the house, like the sliding doors, guys. It's another video that I'm going to be showing you. Anyway, I'm sure you can see now, you have seen parts of it, of the sliding doors there. It's a job that has been done recently. It's not yet finished. They are still doing the final touches of the doors. So I'm really excited to be showing you those doors, those sliding doors from China. But let me tell you one interesting thing. After I contracted someone to go and put the doors, it's an interesting fact, because when the guy arrived, he was like, madam, these are your doors. I didn't expect this kind of doors. And I was like, what do you mean? Do you mean the doors are in bad shape or in bad form or are not suitable for the door? He said, no, these doors are really, really good. And these are heavy duty doors. You can never find these doors here in Zimbabwe. And I'm quite sure that your neighbors are going to come and ask you about these doors. And the price that I've charged you to install the doors, I think it's way less, because the doors we put are totally different with the doors, with your doors. Your doors are actually heavy duty doors, very good doors. And he said a lot of, I wish I can put his conversation here, but he said a lot about my doors and how unique they are and how beautiful they are. So I guess, yeah, guys, I'll also put that one in the next coming video, so yeah, you can understand and also see the doors. And I'm quite happy getting this review. By the way, I went to the factory to see the doors, where they make the doors, but I didn't see the doors after the production, and they were sent to Zimbabwe. I didn't see them after that. I only see other doors they have, and I like the materials in there. So it seems like the doors are exactly the way I saw other doors in the factory. And now somebody in Zimbabwe seeing these doors, they were alarmed, and they gave very good reviews on those. And he was actually telling me that throughout his works and wherever he do the fitted doors and the doors they make, he has never seen such a good door in Zimbabwe. And he was like, it's his first time to see such good aluminum doors at my house. And he had no doubt that other people, once they see it, they're gonna like it. So yeah, if you want those doors, let me know too, because I can get them for you. The price is slightly the same as in Zimbabwe. Maybe it can be slightly more after you shipping it, but if you are going to ship with other people together, trust me, it's gonna be way cheaper for you, and you're going to have quality things for your house back in Zimbabwe. So yeah, I think that's all for the house. And if you have further questions about the plastering, the screed and stuff like that, if you want to contract the guys who did work for me, and if you want to do that, you can let me know. But anyway, I'll just put their contacts in my description box. You can go there and ask. But if you want more referrals and more recommendations and more photos of the work they've done, you can contact me through my email, and I can show you, I can share with you, I can refer you to them. Now after the house has been completed, I'm sure they did a very good job. And yeah, my trusted sources also confirm that the job was done perfectly well, and there are no issues at all. Everything is in good shape, in good form. So yeah, I can recommend them to do that for you. If you are looking for someone to plaster your house, to do the screed for your house, do the plumbing for your house, I totally recommend the people that have worked for me. You know me now, I don't recommend bad or poor job. I don't recommend that. But this one I'm recommending because my trusted sources gave me a very good review for their work. That's why I'm recommending. But I'm still yet to go and see the real deal when I go to Zimbabwe. So yeah, If you want their number, you can just go to my description box. You can send me an email. I can give you more on that. So guys, thank you so much for watching until this end. And if you haven't liked the video, guys, like the video. Just make my day. Like this video as well as sharing the video with your loved ones. Help me. My channel is growing and I'm hopeful that this channel can reach a new milestone before ending. With your support, everything is possible. Anyway, thank you guys for coming and I hope to see you in the next video. The next video will be about the container. Yes, I can't wait to share about that. And see, it's all smiles here. It's all smiles here. Though I'm broke, but it's all smiles. I'm happy the container is there. The things arrived. Nothing broke. Everything is in good shape. That's the amazing thing. And those who are wishing or willing to send things back to Zimbabwe, I'll catch you up in the next video, as well as you can find my email and send me your number. I can add you to the WhatsApp group, and as we are now organizing for the next container to go to Zimbabwe, I hope you can have your things in that next container, and I'll see you in the next video. It's goodbye. Thank you for watching. Bye.